Then progression in the FA Cup last time. How have the lads been in training since Saturday's win?
Yeah, obviously really positive. The main thing was getting through to the next round and being in that draw come Monday. So obviously we know our future opponents. But look, I said it on Saturday. It was a tough game. At least they made it really hard for us, and good for us that our energy levels, our athleticism, and obviously the quality we had shone out in the last sort of 20 minutes or so. But the boys had to put that work rate and effort in to get to that point. Could have made it a little bit easier for ourselves, but I've seen some upsets along the last round, especially midweek. Some teams you didn't expect to go out. So the main thing is being in that draw for the first round.
Fylde have had a difficult start to the season, despite some standout performances. What can we expect from Kevin Phillips' men?
Yeah, look, we're focusing, and it's been a really tough game. You know, their last league game they beat Aldershot 5-2 at home. Obviously, Aldershot were right up there for the majority of last season, just missing out in the playoffs. So that was their last home game. I know they lost last weekend in the FA Cup against Rochdale in Kevin Phillips' first game. But yeah, I've watched that as well. But look, we're expecting a tough test ahead. Obviously, he knows the level from being South Shields manager in the north, and then obviously taking over at Hartlepool last year. We come up against him at the back end of last season, and was probably unfortunate not to get a Hartlepool job. So yeah, him coming back into it now, he's obviously going to put his own stamp on things. They've had a clear week's training leading into us as well. So look, we're focusing in, knowing it's going to be a tough game, and they've got some good players in their group. Obviously, Nick Horton's the top goal scorer in the league at the moment, so obviously he's someone we have to focus our attention on. But it's not just him; they've got good players as well. So we're ready for the test ahead.
We had a pretty small squad last time out with a fair few players missing out. Can we expect to see any returnees come Saturday?
Yeah, look, last weekend was just a number of different things. We had some boys missing with injuries. Obviously, had a few boys away on international duty, and Hess was ill. But yeah, look, Hess is back trained this week, so that's real positive to see. Phipsy's back training as well the last couple of days, and obviously Dion and Alfie that both were away on international duty. Alfie was back in training with us today, and Dion gets back and will be with us tomorrow. So yeah, look, they're returning away. It's really good for them boys that they're going off and playing for their country. Shows how well they're doing. Obviously, they're a big miss when they're not part of us. Phipsy had been playing through something for quite a while with his injury as well, so it just got to that point where he couldn't do it anymore. And Hess has been really unfortunate. He got back, was training really well, and he just had an infection in one of his teeth. So obviously we were struggling with that last week. He wanted to be with us last week, he just couldn't. He was on the antibiotics. So, but he's back, trained this week. All the boys are training really well. So yeah, we expect to have a stronger squad to pick from, and some decisions for me to make leading into the game.
Finally, you mentioned earlier about getting into that first round draw. We obviously learned who our opponents are on Monday. What do you make of the FA Cup draw?
Yeah, look, it's going to be tough. The first thing I wanted a home draw, which we didn't get. I wanted us to be at home. I always think you've got a great chance of a home draw in the FA Cup. But they're in a league above us, so obviously we go there as underdogs. But look, we'll go in there and prepare for it the same as we do in the other game, and know that if we play at our best, we'll be a right match for them. We've got to make sure that we perform. I think they're doing quite well in League Two. I looked at their form, so they're a decent team in the league as well. But look, it's the magic of the FA Cup. We'll be going there full of confidence and hoping we get a positive victory. But before that, I've got 2 league games that I really want to do well in. We've got Fylde Saturday, and then we've obviously got Eastleigh on Tuesday night. If we can get some positive results in them home games, that leads into obviously the Oldham game, and then obviously after that becomes the FA Cup. So 3 important league games for us to focus on, and then when the time's right, we'll refocus our energy into that FA Cup. But fully back to the league matters this weekend.